Hey guys, so I just wanted to do you a little run through video to show you the best ways to take your progress photos and your measurements, because I know this is something that often trips people up. You might think, oh well, surely this is simple. However, there are things you need to remember. Number one being, you need to take your progress photos ideally first thing in the morning, or at least a similar time of day every single time that you do them. Obviously, the more you eat and drink before you take your progress photos, that is going to affect how you look. And obviously, I don't want you to be disheartened thinking that you haven't made progress when you have. It's the same with your centimetre or your inches measurements. Ideally, you want to take them wearing the same clothes that you did like the first time. Again, this just helps kind of get a standardised measurement, and then we can see your progress more clearly. So, with regards to progress photos, you want to take 3 images, one front, one back, and one side. Ideally, you want the fullest length of you that you can. So, obviously, I've got a tripod set up because, you know, that's me. But you can prop your phone up against a windowsill, or, you know, invest in a cheap tripod if this is something that you really want for you. You just want the best kind of lighting and the best view of you possible. So for me, I'd step back from the camera and I'd stand nice and relaxed. Obviously, I'm dressed because me approaching you half naked would probably put you off. But you can do your progress photos in whatever you want. Normally, I'd recommend underwear or like a sports bra and some shorts. Basically, your progress photos are just used to monitor your progress. So if you're doing it with you covered up from head to toe in a tracksuit, we're not going to be able to see anything. So you want to stand in a similar angle every single time, nice and relaxed, no tensing, no posing. Front face would look like this. Sideways, you can go like this, or the one I like, which I call the zombie pose, is arms out in front of you. This just really helps see kind of as the arms lean down and the midsection, obviously without your arms in the way. And then back would be just like so. Now, if you really struggle taking these, what I would also recommend is set your camera up to record a video, and then just stand, hold your pose for 2 or 3 seconds, turn, hold your pose for 2 or 3 seconds, and then keep repeating. And then what you can do is when you re-watch your video, you can hit pause and you can screenshot, and then you can grab your progress photos that way. Now on to measurements. So you want a tape measure. Anyone will do. This used to be my old work one. I've broken it. It's got bits of tape on it. Nobody cares. Biggest thing is you want to try and take your measurements in the same place each and every time. But some general guidelines that I would use are, for example, for the chest, you want to go around the back and then around kind of mid-boob. Line it up with the nips is always a good one. And be as relaxed as you can. So obviously if you're doing this on your own, you are going to have to kind of get the tape measure, make sure it tracks a relatively straight line, and then relax and breathe. Pinch the tape measure between your finger and your thumb, and then use that to take the measurement. With your waist, you want to go around your narrowest point. So like so, again, be nice and relaxed. There's no point breathing in and holding it all tight for the first video, and then forgetting that you did that, the first set of measurements, then forgetting you did that, and then realising that you've done it all wrong. Hips, line up with your hip bone again, making sure that the tape measure tracks a nice straight line. Stay relaxed. There you go. Thigh, you can go halfway between the hip bone and the knee, or you can go around kind of the widest part of the thigh. Again, stay nice and relaxed. Line it up. Make sure it's straight. Boom, job done. And then arm, you'd go halfway between the shoulder and the elbow and go around there. If you measure in a slightly different place, it's not going to matter as long as you do your measurements in that place every single time. Another one that some people like to do is around the glutes. So again, you'd go around the widest point at your bum and go for there. Always make sure that you measure using the same metric, whether it's centimetres or inches. Same with scale weight. Scale weight should obviously be taken first thing in the morning after you've been to the toilet, but naked as the day you are born. Try to avoid using conversion calculators because sometimes you get different numbers. Don't ask me how. Set your scales to the metric that you want. So mine are always set to kilograms. You can set yours to stones. You can set them to pounds. I personally think kilograms works a little bit easier just with like the tracking of the numbers. And also that's how I use your kilogram weight to work out like your protein requirements and stuff like that. But as long as you stick to the same one every single time, you'll be fine. There you go. I hope that helps.